Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
All day, baby, all day.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's it.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go. 8, read. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Defense all day. All day.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Simmons. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
On first down, Simmons. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
47, Mike 47. Let's go, defense.
Shoot.
From the gun, Simmons. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. David Onyemata scored his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Check. Check. 50. Middle.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen. Hey, hold on. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch. Hey, check 24.
Here's Murray. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Allen now on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Murray, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Now!
Here we go, let's bring it.
Operating from the gun, Simmons. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14 and brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
You.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble.
He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Simmons. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, zoom. Hey.
Check that little Mike 52 right here. 52. Oh.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Caught on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, they scared. Check, check.
Alert! Protein spill.
Allen now looks to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First down, Saints.
Rip right. Slam, slam, slam.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check. Switch.
To throw again on second down. Allen, this will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Simmons. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
Check, 47. Let's go, dude.
Gone! Smith!
Hey, turn it up.
Yes!
Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Simmons. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the Saints 11-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Echo.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Tackles.
Hey.
52, Mike, 52. Hey, you're
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Simmons. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
For the Falcons field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Drop deep, drop deep.
On the delay, this is Murray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I'm about to take you to school.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
53's the money. 53. Check 53.
On third down, Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
50, plant.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Fire.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 91 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
52 by 52. Defense wins championships, baby.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're running it.
Hey, exit. Down.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And the pressure gets to him again. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check, check, check.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's gonna be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Bring it. Bring it.
General West.
Deuce. You go
Hard. Let's go.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
I'm letting you know right now. You
Go.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
To throw on 2nd down. Simmons. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set. 8 read. 61 matchbox lights.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again.
53. Mike 53. Here we go. Monday. Undercrunch. Hey, hold on.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mike,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown this time. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it'll be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, wahoo!
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 14.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike 50, 10.
Throwing on first down. Simmons. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They get it to him running left, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the night, and the Falcons push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're not ready.
To throw again. Allen. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simmons. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
10-2 soft.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, Charlie.
47's the mic, boys, 47.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Simmons. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun on 3rd down. Simmons. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Allen to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A gain on the play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. To the air, Allen. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Set. 60 or.
Wild Bill. He's coming.
Go.
47's the mark.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Zoom.
Come.
Yep.
Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Deep river.
Operating from the gun, Simmons. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
Both 7's the Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Ready?
From the gun, Simmons. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Allen going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
5.
You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, lock it.
Bang, 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 bang. Shift. Watch the shift. Back. Spot.
Get it.
On first down, Simmons. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Snap.
To throw again, Simmons. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They